Hi, just came out of the federal budget lockup. Here are some interesting facts that you may not hear elsewhere in the media. The federal government is projecting $62 billion in debt servicing charges. That's interest that we're paying on unpaid bills that we've already left for those who follow. And that $62 billion that we'll spend over the next 5 years is larger than the total increase that we will see in spending on childcare, on income support for families with children, and on employment insurance. It's amazing that the interest on debt servicing can be larger than those three programs combined. The biggest increase in spending in the federal budget this year is, once again, spending on old age security. Over the next 5 years, it will increase by around $85 billion. That is not spending that was, fully prepaid for by the aging loved ones in our lives. And so once again, we're going to need to have serious conversations about whether or not this budget is working fairly for all generations. Not a ton in the budget with regards to childcare that's new, but we do need to give the federal government ongoing congratulations for continuing to roll out a $10 a day childcare system. And last but not least, this is kind of a ho-hum budget with regards to housing. Most of the big announcements have already been made in previous years. I think that reflects that our governments have done many of the easier things to try and rein in housing prices, and now it's time to move on to the harder things. That's going to include tackling our country's cultural addiction to high and rising home prices, acknowledging that people like me have gained tremendous housing wealth, and we must ask people like me, how can I lean in to be part of the solution to address housing affordability more going forward? And how can we get Statistics Canada to improve its measurement of housing inflation so that we give better signals to the Bank of Canada and have the Bank of Canada a better partner in trying to dampen down some of the darker sides, the sharpest edges of the cheap credit system that has been fueling demand and the bidding up of home prices from coast to coast to coast. Signing out from Ottawa 2023 federal budget.